Ready? Hello. We're going to call the meeting to order at 5 o'clock. Announce that the board will meet in closed session to address items 1 and 2. Are there any public comment on closed session items?
Madam President, there are no blue cards for public comment.
I'll close public comment and recess into closed session. Thank you.
Let's go. Yeah! Let's go.
We can please get to the dais so we can get started, board. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. If I can have your quiet in the room, please. Hello. Thank you. I'd like to call this meeting to order at 6:04 p.m. The board met in closed session and no action was taken. Good evening and welcome to the Elk Grove Unified School District's board meeting. Live streaming of full in-person board meetings is available to the public by using the link located on the district website. Today's meeting is being video recorded and will be available on the district's YouTube channel. We encourage you to attend the meeting and share your feedback with the board. Your active participation is valued and contributes to the decision-making process. During regular board meetings, the public may make public comments for items on the agenda or items not on the agenda. Requests to make public comment will be accepted for an item up until the board president introduces the item. Generally, members of the public will be given 3 minutes to address the board. If there are 15 or more comments on a specific item, the board will reduce individual comment time to 2 minutes. If there are 30 or more comments on a specific item, the board will reduce individual comments to 1 minute each. Individuals may not defer their time to another individual speaker to increase their total speaking time. Please be mindful that district students are watching. You are encouraged to address the board and the public in a respectful manner, such that all those that are observing, from children to adults, are made to feel welcome, safe, and valued. The board shall not permit any disturbance or willful interruption of board meetings. Persistent disruption by an individual or group shall be grounds for the board president to provide a warning and then to terminate the individual's privilege of addressing the board. I'd like to ask Mr. Zong to read our land acknowledgement.
Thank you. We acknowledge that the Elk Grove Unified School District administrative facilities and schools occupy the unceded territory of the Miwok, the original people of the skies, land, and waters where we work and learn. The Miwok have cared for these lands since time immemorial. They continue to teach their traditional knowledge that comes from and responds to the needs of the land and people who share it. May our daily lives and work teaching, learning, leadership, and community engagement support the evolving vision of the Miwok for the community and these lands. May we strive to acknowledge the past for the betterment of our future generations. May we look to our tribal partners, the Wilton Rancheria, the descendants of the original people of this land, to assist with the successful education of our community.
Thank you. Thank you. Now we'll have our Pledge of Allegiance. Today is Sheldon High School. Ms. Megan Sladen, Principal Busio, and presented by Board Member Moore.
Wonderful to have you here tonight, Megan. Sheldon High School is honored to recognize Megan Sladen. Megan's son, Nate, played 4 years of varsity golf and was active in the Building Trades Academy, where he developed a passion for building. He is now a sophomore majoring in construction management at Boise State. Her daughter, Bryn, is the costumes crew head in Sheldon's TheaterWorks program, is a senior yearbook editor, and a 4-year member of the soccer team. Megan's daughter, Emerson, has spent 4 years on the set and costumes crews for Sheldon TheaterWorks. She has also devoted 4 years to the Sheldon marching, concert, and symphonic bands. She is flute section leader for the concert and symphonic bands and is a band librarian. She's also a varsity goalkeeper for Sheldon out on the field with her twin sister right now. Megan is incredibly grateful for the people and programs at Sheldon that have supported and shaped her children. She represented Sheldon on the Superintendent's Advisory Committee and the EGUSD Comprehensive Sexual Health Advisory Committee, and was the Sheldon School Site Council Vice Chair for 4 years. She is also a very busy band booster. Megan could not have asked for a better place for her kids to grow, learn, and thrive. Thank you, Megan.
Okay. Can you all join me in standing for the pledge, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right.
We can all give Ms. Sladen a round of applause. Thank you for what you do. Our next item is the Student Regional Report for the Valley Region. We have our student representatives ready. Thank you. Go ahead.
Superintendent Riley and Miss Avalos. My name is Grace Longmire, a senior at Valley High School, and I serve my campus as both senior class president and student voice committee representative.
Good evening. My name is Palmy Yang, also a senior at Valley High School, and I serve Valley High School as our ASB president. We are here representing Valley High as its student board representatives.
Valley High's motto is to remain Viking strong, which is shown most through our career technical education, CTE programs. A total of 5 programs currently operate on Valley High's campus. These programs are digital graphic design, fire science, engineering, entrepreneurship, and health tech. The digital graphic design pathway allows students to showcase their technological, artistic craft. Our students complete professional level design work, including Nike sneaker collab concepts, design movement posters, and much more. Students advance through Skills USA 1 and 2 and earn professionalism, employability, and leadership as part of the Chapter of Excellence program.
The Fire Science Pathway is designed to prepare students for careers in fire protection, emergency services, and public safety. This pathway provides students with foundational knowledge in fire behavior, emergency medical response, hazardous materials, and rescue operations. The program emphasizes safety, discipline, and service while introducing students to real-world scenarios faced by firefighters and emergency responders.
The engineering pathway focuses on mechanical readiness for the modern-day workforce. Our engineering classes have 3 levels of professional engineer workflow, formal technical documentation, custom robotics, and much more. Students have applied their skills to school-specific needs, reinforcing the idea that engineering is a service discipline meant to improve community spaces.
The Entrepreneurship Pathway is a career-focused program designed to equip students with the skills, mindset, and real-world experience needed to start and manage their own businesses or innovate within existing organizations. Students have the chance to create a virtual economy where students are running online businesses. Through a sequence of courses, students learn the fundamentals of business planning, marketing, finance, and problem solving. The Health Tech Pathway utilizes digital technologies and software to improve healthcare. This program runs on a fully operational student-led community health center that integrates education, service delivery, and public health practice. Our program has paid health tech interns who gain hands-on experience providing care coordination and education while serving underserved Medi-Cal populations. To add, Health Tech delivers Medi-Cal CHW services through Pure Suite, partners with UC Davis Health on American Association, funded cardiovascular research, and collaborates on 2 new grant-funded cardiorenal metabolic health initiatives.
Moving on, a school is only as great as the students it produces. I think it's time we hear from our amazing feeder schools to know what truly makes the Valley region so special. First up, we have John Reith.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Tamara Rojas, and I am proud to be a student at John Reith Elementary School. John Reith is special to me because it has helped me become more confident, responsible, and prepared for what comes next, like middle school, high school, and even college. One of the biggest reasons John Reith has helped me grow is because of the AVID program we have here. Through AVID, I've learned how to take better notes, stay organized, manage my time, and speak up for myself as a learner. John Reith has also given me teachers who truly believe in me, especially Ms. Farha. She always encourages me to go beyond my comfort zone and try new things, even when I feel nervous. Because of her, I am speaking here today. John Reith has shown me that my voice matters and that I am capable of more than I thought. It's a school that has helped me grow, dream bigger, and believe in myself. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Dylan Chavez and I'm a proud student at John Reith. John Reith is special to me because it has helped me grow, not just in school, but as a person too. One of my favorite things about John Reith is learning isn't only about just sitting at a desk and just doing worksheets. We get to learn in different ways through class discussions, mock trials, opinion battles, and working with others. I've also loved our flex seating like beanbags, wobbly chairs, or even laying on the floor because it helps me focus and feel comfortable while I learn. I've also been a loud and talkative kid, but I didn't know how to use it in a good way until this year in Miss Sahoda's class. She has realized my voice could be used as a strength, not as a problem. Now I use it to help lead my team, win discussion battles, and be a leader during class conversations. John Reith makes a school a better place where I feel supported, respected, and excited to learn every day.
Thank you, John Reith. Now we have Charles Mack Elementary School.
Greetings to everyone here tonight. My name is Yesher, and I am a proud College Bond student at Charles Mack Elementary. This year's school theme is Today's Learners, Tomorrow's Leaders. I am both. Charles Mack Elementary is very special for many reasons. I can only name 3 of them tonight. The first reason is that our teachers believe in us and push us to do our best. The second reason is that our school feels like a family where students support one another, feel safe, respected, and encouraged to grow. The final reason is that Charles Mack Elementary prepares us for the future by teaching us responsibility, leadership, and confidence in who we are. I love our diverse community that welcomes and celebrates all languages, people, and cultures. All of us will succeed because we are determined to. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Good evening, everyone. My name is E. Mendoza, and I am a second grade student at Charles Mack. Today, I want to tell you 3 reasons why my school is awesome. The first reason is because at school we learn new things, and everyday learning is fun. The second reason is because I get to see my friends, play with them, and have a great time during recess. And the third reason, my favorite one, is because there are many special people at my school, like Ms. E, Ms. Rim, Ms. Gray, Ms. Moore, Zaria, Ms. Arango. They help me take care of me and I feel happy. and safe at school. Because of these reasons, I am very proud of my school, Charles Mack. Thank you so much for your attention and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, Charles Mack. Now we have Union House Elementary School.
Hello, my name is Xavion and I am representing Union House Elementary. One amazing thing my school does for us is give us awesome opportunities to learn and understand every subject. We have tutoring and all the teachers show us multiple ways to do work so you don't only have to understand one way to finish work. Also, the teachers show us lots of ed puzzles that give us even more ways we can understand our daily subjects. Lastly, Union House helps us focus by slipping in fun activities to gain back our focus and give us a break. My personal favorite activity is Would You Rather. Thank you to the board and my school for letting me speak.
My name is Darrell Wormley from Union House Elementary School. I'm here to talk to you about what makes my school special. We have many clubs, including Black Student Union, Running for Student Equity Council, Crest Club, Band, and my favorite, the basketball team. These clubs expand my knowledge, improve my health and wellness, and allow me to have a well-rounded experience at Union House. I'm confident Union House will positively prepare me to be a successful student so I can graduate from a top-tier university. Union House goes above and beyond to prepare me for a successful academic experience and ensure I have a strong foundation for my life. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Union House. Now we have Limebach Elementary School.
Hello. I'm Abu Bakr Rostani and I am from Afghanistan. And the city I grew up in is Kabul. It's the most famous city and a lot of tourists go there to visit. But I am originally from Nuristan, which is really pretty because the mountains have grass and the rivers are really cold. They have cows and sheep and a lot of other dangerous and cute animals. I came here in 2017 because my father was working with the American government and they asked him if he wanted to go to America, and we all agreed. My father was hesitant and didn't want to go, but soon he agreed. When we came here, I was only 3 years old, and soon I started preschool. I went there for 2 years so I could adapt to this new amazing country. Then I went to a school called Star King. I learned a lot there, and when I moved here, I came to Herman Limebach Elementary, and I learned more. My English developed a lot because we did a lot of writing and a lot of spelling. My favorite year was and is 6th grade because my teacher, Miss Mack, really tries to help and it works. When I get in trouble, anytime she talks to me, she tells me ways I can work on my grades and ways to do better in school. She's fun but also tells us to do our work, and when you need help, she's willing to help. In the future, I want to go to college and take business classes, and eventually I want to be an investor.
Hello, my name is Genesis Chavez, and I am Mexican American. I was born in Idaho, and I lived in different places like Idaho, Fresno, Rialto, Sacramento, and Mexico. My parents were born in Mexico. My mom in Guadalajara, Jalisco, and my dad in Tamazula. I grew up speaking Spanish and English. I knew Spanish well when I was little, but I didn't know English much, so I mostly got taught by my sister and brother. When I was little, about 6 years old, my mom got sick. She was diagnosed with cancer. My mom wanted to go to Mexico to get different treatments. My siblings and I moved to Mexico with her, while my dad stayed in Sacramento. We stayed with my grandma and then my aunt, my mom's sister, in Mexico. When I went to school, I was really nervous, but I met family and friends. I had to wear a violet uniform too. The neighborhood kids went to my school too. Later, my mom was taken to a hospital, and when we got there, we left her in the hospital for a while, then we got to see her again. She looked happier. They helped her, but not as much help she needed. After about a year, my siblings and I came back to the U.S. When I came back to the U.S., I started 4th grade here. It was fun, but it was kind of hard for me since I didn't go to 3rd grade. The teachers really helped me learn English. Miss Jewett was always willing to help me when I went up to her, answering all the questions I asked her. Miss Hernandez helped me with pronouncing words correctly and with translating things I didn't understand into Spanish. Miss Ship helps me by giving me more time to complete assignments and helping me with anything I'm struggling with. When I'm older, I want to be a veterinarian or a teacher. I want to be a veterinarian because I hate seeing animals that are hurt and not a lot of people help. The reason I was also thinking to be a teacher is because I didn't learn as much as other kids. So I want to help them learn what I never learned, like 3rd grade. Thank you.
Thank you, Limebach. Now we have Prairie Elementary School.
Hello, my name is Celestine Urinaga. I am a 6th grader at Prairie Elementary School. I have been a Prairie Panther for 6 years. Prairie is an amazing school that helps us in so many ways, and I am excited to be here to explain why. Prairie taught me how to be safe, respectful, and responsible. Over the years at Prairie, I have made so many friends that have helped me become a better listener and supporter. Each week, we recognize students from every class for Worker Wednesday. This is when students show how they are excelling in writing, inquiry, collaboration, organization, and reading. The staff and teachers work hard to prepare us for middle school and are always pushing us forward to do our very best. They make sure we are ready to succeed in middle school, high school, and college. I will leave Prairie Elementary knowing that I have a big career ahead of me and am excited to learn new things that can help me in my future. I am proud to be a Prairie Panther.
Hello, my name is Aishal Singh and I'm a 6th grade student at Prairie Elementary School. This is the only school I've been at as I started here at preschool. Here at Prairie, we have fun clubs that enrich our learning and help us be ready for the real world. For example, we have a leadership club where we help make posters, help on the Prairie Panther store, help set up and run monthly rallies, and assist in other school events. There is also another club called National Elementary Honor Society. In this club, we raise money or support communities in different ways inside and outside of our school. Aside from clubs, we are grateful to be one of the few Elk Grove schools that still attend Sly Park for a week of science and learning. We appreciate all teachers and staff here at Prairie for continuously supporting us in the things we do to help us make better citizens. Prairie has a very special place in my heart, and I will miss it dearly as I head to middle school this fall. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Perry. Now we have Jackman Middle School.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Anthony Agaton from Samuel Jackman Middle School, and I'm here to bring you this quick speech about Jackman. Throughout my career as a Riverhawk, I have enjoyed my elective classes. In my community service class, I collected bottles and cans, wrote letters to the elderly, and raised money for homeless shelters. In science exploration, I was able to do many fun experiments, such as a bottle biome, Lego car, and straw tower. Currently, I am working in the office as a TA. These electives have helped me learn and practice new skills. Working in the office and interacting with new people daily has given me experience that I can use if I ever have an office job in the future. All the teachers and admin at Jackman are super nice and kind. It's just perfect over there. I am glad to work with new people daily, and I love that I get to help everyone. Overall, my top two favorite classes at Jackman are history and science because I find them very fun and very exciting to do. The lessons are engaging, and I actually remember a lot of the facts I'm taught. In addition, the teachers for those classes are really nice. I must say, I am really amazed at how good Jackman is in terms of everything. I've met lots of new friends in 7th and 8th grade. My teachers have supported and taught me very well in all subjects. And I've also won 3 out of the 4 RISE Awards. These include 2 Responsibility Awards, 1 Integrity, and an Excellence Award. I'm still working on the Strength Award to complete the full set. I have a 3.42 GPA, and overall I am proud of what I have earned. I've really enjoyed my time at Jackman because it was such a pleasant experience. Thank you, Jackman, for preparing me for high school and what lies ahead. It's been a very fun and eventful journey. I think I'm ready to start fresh for high school. Have a great day, everyone.
Hi, my name is Jordan Wilson, and I'm an 8th grade student at Samuel Jackson Middle School. Today I'm going to talk about my few favorite things about Jackman. My favorite teacher is Miss A because she is loving, kind, and a great teacher. She is supportive and sits down with you when you don't understand something. I feel comfortable asking her questions in class and letting her know how I feel personally. She also gives us out prizes to the students who participate in class and on your birthday. Miss A makes science fun to learn, and I am so glad I had her as a teacher. My favorite things at Jackman are the sports and after-school program. I played on the basketball team and track team in both 7th and 8th. I love doing track. It's like my life. I enjoy running, and I hope to do it as long as I can. Basketball, I joined the basketball team to keep in shape for track and hang out with my friends. I enjoy the after-school program because we play games, have time to do our homework, make new friends, meet new people, learn new things, and most of all, we have fun. When I become an adult, I want to be a financial sales agent or a cosmetologist or an Olympic runner. My AVID class has prepared me for by providing me opportunities to organize and analyze lessons, class projects, and agenda. Also, my AVID teacher is nice, and the lessons are exciting. I look forward to joining AVID at Valley. My Future Quest class was exciting because I learned about a variety of careers in the class. I learned how to do CPR in the sports medicine section, steps to take if there is a fire in the fire safety section, how to style nails and hair in the cosmetology section, and more. As far as the Olympic runner, I plan to continue track throughout my high school and college years. As I think about my time left at Jackman, the year is going by slow and fast at the same time. I've enjoyed my time at Jackman, and I'm looking forward to going to Valley. Thank you.
Let's go. Yeah! Let's go! All right, all right.
We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship, zooming through the sky.
I'm in first grade. We have a calming corner. If someone's sad, they can go in there.
I like the calming corner because so I can be calm and be focused.
One day, Scribble took a short walk where he found a house and stopped to talk. Hello, said Scribble.
Welcome to Herman Leimbach Elementary School, home of the Lions. At Leimbach, 32% of our students are classified as English language learners. Diversity is our strength. Our top languages include Farsi/Persian, Hmong, Pashto, Spanish, and Dari. Students develop strong language skills through adopted curriculum, designated and integrated ELD, amazing staff, and strong parent partnerships. Our Multilingual Learners Committee meets each month focusing on the needs of all multilanguage learners. We celebrate great results. Our school increased from 42.5% in 2024 to 54.3% in 2025. Thank you. Go Lions!
I'm done hiding now. I'm shining like I'm born to be. We dreaming hard. We came so far now. I believe we're going up, up, up. It's our moment. You know together we're going. Gonna be golden. Up, up, up with our voices. Going to get you so on it. Gonna be golden. Oh, I'm done hiding now. I'm shining like I'm born to be. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Street light people. Don't stop believing. Hold on. Street light people. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Street light
The Valley region brings both the brains and the energy. Come on out, our Valley region cheer teams to share that Valley thrives on purpose.
We are the Valley region. We cheer for a reason. We are the Valley region. We cheer for a reason. We are the Valley region. We cheer for a reason. We cheer for a reason. 1, 2. Let's go, Valley region.
As you just have heard, students within the Valley region have been working really hard to put the S in strong, scholarly.
We are excited to have yet another successful education year. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. And I'd like to say thank you to the principals at Valley High School, Jesse Champion, Samuel Jackman, Natisha Lewis-Jones, Herman Leimbach, Abelera Cordova, Charles Mack, Samantha Moore, Prairie Elementary, Laura Anderson, John Reith Elementary, Katie Hendrick, and Union House Elementary, Eileen Mon. Let's give them all a great hand. That was wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Our next item is the Day of Remembrance, Recognition, and Resolution. Miss Avey.
Thank you. What a great night. Good evening, Madam President, members of the board, Superintendent Riley, and Miss Avalos. I'm here tonight to ask the board to reaffirm that February 19th, 2026 as Annual Day of Remembrance in the Elk Grove Unified School District. We have a long history with this recognition. Joining me tonight is Mariel Tsukamoto, who is of the Florin Japanese American Citizens League, and a variety of friends and colleagues that she will have the opportunity to introduce. I'm going to share a few words with you, and then I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Tsukamoto. This year marks the 84th anniversary of the executive order that was signed by President Roosevelt on February 19th, 1942. The order proclaimed California, Oregon, and Washington military zones and led to the forced removal of 120,000 Japanese Americans to incarceration camps for the duration of World War II. After Japan surrendered in 1945, marking the end of World War II, the United States began to close the internment camps. Restructuring their lives after World War II was difficult for many Japanese Americans. Most lost their homes, their farms, their businesses, and properties. Their education was interrupted, and acts of discrimination and violence were commonplace. In 1988, President Reagan, recognizing that a grave injustice had occurred, signed a Civil Liberties Act into law, authorizing payment and an apology letter to each surviving internee. Annually, the Elk Grove Unified School District 5th grade students visit the California Museum's longest-running exhibit that's titled Uprooted, An American Story, which surveys a century of Japanese history through the personal stories of formerly interned Californians. This exhibit runs from February 12th through April 4th, and students learn about the Japanese internment and about the rights denied to U.S. citizens during World War II. It's a good thing I get to now turn it over to Mrs. Tsukamoto, who is going to share with us a few words about the history and a recent Community Leadership Award, and then we'll come back to recognizing the resolution.
Thank you very much. First of all, it's such an honor to come here and continue this partnership that we've had for 43 years. In 1982, when Glenn Hood was the superintendent, my mother came and asked if the board would support just the Day of Remembrance. And it was Kay Albiani and Marcy Stum who made the motion to the board, and they approved it 100%. The next year, Bob Trigg came, and my mother was, bringing charts. How many of you are old enough to remember teachers made posters and charts? Right? Nobody? Nobody's that old? Okay. Anyway, she made these homemade charts and went to the boardroom every day for 2 weeks. Nobody came. It was for teachers to learn about it. And Bob Trigg said, "What are you doing here?" And he heard the story. My mother always told the story, saying, "It's not our story that's important. What's important is we didn't know our constitutional rights and did not even attempt to stand up for it. If we allowed that to happen to us, who's next?" History repeats itself, and it's so unfortunate. How many times has it been repeated? If we don't educate the children of America of their rights, how can they protect themselves? That was her message. And Bob Trigg extended it to not just one day of celebration, but a study. And I'm going to have Candy Flint come up, because my mother, again, talked to a few people, classes came, but nobody taught the lessons until Candy wrote the lesson plans. It takes a village, and it takes the entire board, and it takes administrators who are willing to support this, and students willing to study, not just our story. Study your history. Now, there are a few of you here who can raise your hand and say, you know what, my people were really here, but you have to have been a Native American. Everybody else came from some other place. We are a nation of immigrants, and I challenge you to look into your past, because whoever in your family came first, somebody probably was not nice. What a terrible history we have. We have an opportunity to make our history better for the next generations. It was 43 years. This is a Dada Madal, and I'm going to have Candy take it somewhere and show people how it keeps rolling back up. Can we put it somewhere? This is a Dada Madal, and it's a symbol in Japanese culture. If you want to achieve something, you can't give up. And so children are given this. They fill in one eye. You make a goal. Then you have to keep trying. If you try once and quit, you'll never get that goal. But this doll keeps popping back up. You can't give up. This board is one of a long string of board members, 43 years. This is a continuum. So I'm going to pass this around. Because you achieved this goal, both eyes are filled in. Superintendent Riley, would you come forward, please? Because as a new superintendent, not that you're new to the district, we have here a Dada Madal. You can set your goal and paint in one eye.
Practice now. Rehearsed.
Now remember, you can't give up. You have to keep trying, even when you don't achieve that goal the first time. Thank you very much, and thank you for your support for all those years, and I look forward to future times with you. Thanks. Oh, excuse me. I need to introduce somebody else that's very important. You know, as the district grew, you couldn't have all the students come here. This room looks different. But in 1983 to 2003, there was a model of a barrack that Bob Trigg and Dave Gordon allowed to be put up in this room. And children would walk through it knowing that is the kind of housing that we had. I'm going to introduce Sean DeLiso, who is the education director at the California Museum, and we now have a program there.
Good evening, everyone. I want to thank the Elk Grove Unified School District Board and administration for your ongoing support of the Time Remembrance program at the California Museum. We're grateful you share our commitment to ensuring that our community's young people not only learn about the incarceration, but are also inspired to take action towards securing justice for all. Today, attacks on groups of people based on their ethnicity, immigration status, and religion are increasing, making the importance of programs like this clear. The students who experience Time of Remembrance program better understand their Constitution and realize that the rights it provides can be fragile. They leave knowing the importance of standing up for the rights of others whenever they're challenged, and knowing that a person of any age can make a difference. During a time when programs similar to the Time of Remembrance are being deprioritized and censored across this country, I must underscore the importance of Elk Grove Unified School District's commitment toward preserving this history. I'm so proud to say that in 2025, the museum saw a 38% increase in attendance. Moreover, 54 out of the 72 programs we held were delivered to Elk Grove Unified students. Although students come from all over the state to take part in this program, we always have the highest attendance and best prepared classes from Elk Grove schools. It's your support that makes such engagement possible. And personally, as a parent now of a student at Joseph Sims Elementary School, I'm so proud that in just a few short years, she too will participate in the Time Remembrance program, thanks to your continued dedication.
Christine. I couldn't find it in my phone, but I really want to extend my appreciation for so many of the board members and past that showed up to our Florida JCL event last Saturday. Thank you so much, and especially thank you, Superintendent Riley. Definitely, we would like to invite you to join us on Saturday, February the 14th at the California Museum. We will have a fantastic program, and we're really talking about preserving history. We are facing a time when anything regarding ethnicity or diversity is being challenged, and some of the records are being buried. So we want to challenge that notion and talk about how we can preserve our history for everyone. Hope you can join us. It's at the California Museum from 1 to 3.
Thank you.
All right, we'll come back to the resolution to affirm February 19th, 2026 as an annual day of remembrance in Elk Grove Unified School District.
Thank you for the presentation. I'd like to call, are there any public comments on this motion? Any blue cards?
Madam President, there are no blue cards on this item.
Thank you. I'd like to call for a motion to adopt resolution number 45, declaring annually a day of remembrance across the Elk Grove Unified School District.
So move. Second.
Moved by Mr. Yang, seconded by Mr. Vargas. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is unanimous. I wanted to say, if you have not had a chance to attend the museum, I was able to go with my 5th grade students. It's an incredible experience, and I highly recommend it. And I've also talked about possibly proposing a book study for us on one of the books they read. So you might be getting something from me. A little present. It's called The Journey to Topaz. So thank you very much.
Ms. Albiani, could I just say something?
Yes, of course.
I was fortunate enough to be able to attend the award ceremony on Saturday. Or I should say I was blessed. I learned so much. As a school secretary, I planned many of those trips for our kids to go on, but I didn't realize how much they were learning. And just discovering the community and how you have celebrated, advocated, and supported other communities of color was just amazing to see. It was truly blessing. And to spend that with the 40-year span of school board members, that was also amazing. So thank you for the invitation. You've energized me in my work going forward. Thank you.
Excellent.
And before we close out, Ms. Tsukamoto put together just a brief presentation that we'll send to you that just gives you a history of where this started with the school district. So we'll send that out in a communication. And thank you so much.
Can I also make a comment? Yeah, I just want to start by saying thank you to the folks that came tonight to continues to advocate for your rights and your celebration as people that has been through so much against racism, injustice, and punishment. But through all of that, we see resiliency, determination, pursuit of happiness, and continue fighting for that human rights. And I'm just very proud to see every year that it comes to January time, you guys come upon us and remind us what a great story it is. It was and it is, meaning the struggle, the fight, and you guys continue to advocate for your human rights and just being a good citizen that your parents or grandparents may have been an internment, and very unfortunate, but this is a history that will be continue educate all of us in the United States. And as a Asian American, I say America is not that old a country. It's 249 years old. Hmong people has been here 50 years, last year. Obviously, the Japanese are some of the pioneers of Asian, their descent being this country. And you guys are the big brother and sister to all of us Asian, and to see you guys continue to advocate and fight for human rights and celebrating human rights. I'm just very proud and very happy to see you guys come here and educate us. So thank you for all the work that you do. I appreciate it. Happy New Year.
Thank you, Mr. Yang. We're ready to move on. Thank you again for being here and the opportunity to be with you on Saturday. We're moving on to our resolutions. Our first is Black African American History Month. Dr. Collier.
Good evening, President Albiani, members of the board, Superintendent Riley, Ms. Avalos, colleagues, and the community. Today I'm bringing forward to the board a resolution number 44, 2025-26, designating February 2026 as Black African American History Month. As part of the Board of Education's legacy of advocacy for equity and the value of diversity within our district, members of the Board of Education have an opportunity to recognize February 2026 as Black African American History Month. This observance encourages society at large, and schools in particular, to highlight, uplift, and affirm the rich history and current contributions of Black African Americans, and also to re-examine society's role in preserving the civil rights of all of its citizens. Although the study of the contributions in the literature about and authored by Black African Americans is part of the curriculum throughout the year, this designation in February adds special emphasis. In addition to activities and classwork throughout the year, supporting student unity and diversity goals, Elk Grove schools have numerous special educational events during Black African American History Month. At the elementary level, the Black African American history activities are integrated into this classroom discussions, art projects, social studies, language arts. Examples from our adopted curriculum include A Great American Teacher, a biography about Mary McLeod, helped many Black African Americans get an education, as well as Delivering Justice, a biography about how one man became a civil rights leader in his community. All elementary schools include the study of influential Black African Americans. At the secondary level, some specific pieces of Black African American literature include Black Boy, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, Native Son, Raisin in the Sun, and Their Eyes Were Watching God. History social science teachers engage students in discussing and learning about the history and contributions of Black African Americans in the United States and the world. In support of this resolution, the Curriculum and Professional Learning Department will provide resources to teachers to recognize and celebrate Black African American History Month. Furthermore, the Educational Equity Department has posted additional instructional and community resources on their department website for district personnel. Once again, the Board of Education is asked to approve resolution number 44, designating February 2026 as the Black African American History Month.
Thank you. Are there any blue cards on this item?
Madam President, there are no blue cards on this item.
Okay, then I'd like to call for a motion to approve resolution number 44, designating February 2026 as Black African American History Month.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Ms. Baldwin, seconded by Ms. Davis. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Thank you. Our second resolution is Career Technical Education Month. Ms. Hubbard?
All right. Good evening, President Albiani, members of the board, Superintendent Riley, and Ms. Avalos. February is recognized as Career Technical Education CTE Month, a time to celebrate the essential role CTE plays in preparing our students for college, career, and life. In rapidly changing workforce, CTE provides students with the practical skills and academic foundation they need to survive. Elk Grove Unified is proud to offer comprehensive CTE pathways, starting with career exploration in middle school and transitioning into career-themed pathways in high school. By combining rigorous academics with technical training, we engage students in meaningful learning that connects their classroom experience directly to their future goals. Currently, the College and Career Connections, CCC department, manages approximately $7 million in CTE grant funds. These resources support 65 pathways across 9 comprehensive high schools, 9 middle schools, and 3 alternative sites. Furthermore, I'm pleased to share with the district, we were recently awarded about $650,000 through the Secondary Workforce Program Grant to expand the fire science pathway at Valley High School, which our students just talked about, which means that they're actually going to get a new fire truck. So that's a really big deal because those are expensive. In fact, the Fire and Emergency Service Pathway will be offered as a year-long intensive course to all 12th graders in the district if they are so interested in attending. We're also expanding pathways in health, business, and education. The data shared in your board communication highlights the positive impact of these programs. Students who complete our academies and pathways consistently demonstrate higher GPAs, graduation rates, and CASP scores across all subgroups. To build on this success, the CCC department focuses on 3 core goals: increasing equity and access, ensuring student retention, and fostering student success. This work is made possible by our district, a dedicated College and Career Connections team, site leadership, and exceptional academy and pathway teachers who constantly go above and beyond for our students. Through our combined efforts, academy and pathway students engage in meaningful real-world experiences, including college and industry field trips, career-ready workshops, and direct connections with industry professionals. In fact, our expertise is also being recognized at the state level. We recently secured a contract from the California Department of Education to provide professional development and support for over 300 California Partnership Academies statewide. This is a testament to our district and the systems we have built here in Elk Grove. Tonight, we are fortunate to have Rob Hayworth from Laguna Creek High School, along with students from the Manufacturing, Production, and Technology Academy, MPTA, to share their firsthand experiences. Ready? All right.
Hello, members of the board. My name is Hans Gomez. I'm a senior at Laguna Creek High School, part of the MPTA Academy. What I like most about being in the academy is being surrounded by people who actually want to be there. The learning environment in the academy is so much better than gen ed classes because it's surrounded by supportive, like-minded students. And in the academy, besides the opportunity to pick up important technical skills, I also learn soft skills like the ability to set deadlines for myself, communicate with peers, and problem solve, not only for myself, but with others. When I graduate from high school, I plan to get my bachelor's degree in civil engineering from CSU Chico, and the Academy has prepared me for that by not only providing me with important industry-specific skills like CAD and CAM, but also the techniques that I need to use to acquire these skills. Thank you.
Sorry, just have to adjust the height. Hello.
Pull that down. It moves. There you go.
All right. Hello, board. Good evening. I'm Rian Wyan, a junior at Laguna Creek High School, as well as a second-year member of MBTA. One of my favorite things I like about MBTA is the environment. I've really enjoyed the community at the Academy, as it's truly a fun and interesting place to be. I've met amazing people, some of which is my closest friends. In the past 2 years, I've gained hands-on experience in areas like machinery and production, all developing valuable, tangible skills. While this academy focuses on technical skills, the collaborative spirit, dedication, and teamwork have truly resonated with me. After I graduate, I hope to pursue a career related in designing and engineering prosthetics, attending college for either biomedical engineering or mechanical engineering. This academy has specifically taught me CAD, machinery, and designing skills. All, of course, can be applied to engineering. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Kiri Goldman. I'm a sophomore at Laguna Creek High School, and I think being an MPTA has really given me like a great community. I'm always surrounded by a lot of people I know and people who are there to help me. I think they've provided me with a lot of great learning experiences, just basic like common sense and just how to be safe and how to figure out like problem solving skills. In the future, I hope to go into the construction industry, and I think that the skills I've learned in MPTA will make that transition from school to work like a lot smoother. That's what I have to say. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jemry Lazo, and I'm a student in MPTA, and I attend Laguna Creek High School. Something that I always liked about being an MPTA was how useful our projects were right after we completed them. Recently, we built a wooden table, and I was able to do my homework, sew, and do many other things on that very table. The main lesson I've learned from being an MPTA was to not use my skills only for myself. The skills I've learned in MPTA, like knowing how to work around machines, allowed me to teach others and help my peers with their projects also. In the future, I hope to pursue a career as a carpenter. MPTA has helped me prepare for my future career through working with many different industrial machines that can become dangerous if used incorrectly. An online program called OSHA 10 where it teaches training and safety in construction and general industry. And lastly, it has taught me to communicate with others if needed. Thank you all for listening.
Good evening. I'm Rob Hayworth. I'm the coordinator of the Manufacturing Production Technology Academy at Laguna Creek High School. It is my pleasure to be here tonight to be a representative of our CTE programs here in Elk Grove Unified. We have so many fabulous programs. Thank you to Ms. Hubbard for inviting us here. As a token of our appreciation for this resolution, we have some keychains that they don't break, that we have designed and printed with our new 3D printers that print in multiple colors and allow us to fit a metal insert in there so it doesn't wear out. Thank you very much for having us here tonight and designating February as CTE month.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Hayworth, and thank you, MPTA students. We really appreciate you coming and sharing your experience with us tonight. Board members, I now respectfully request that you approve Resolution Number 46, designating February 2026 as Career Technical Education Month.
Thank you very much. Thank you, students, for coming. We appreciate it. And, of course, our teacher, our wonderful teacher. Thank you. Are there any blue cards on this item?
Madam President, there are no blue cards on this item.
All right, then I'd like to call for a motion to approve Resolution Number 46, designating February 2026 as Career Technical Education Month.
So move.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Vargas, seconded by Ms. Davis. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes unanimously. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I gotta go see this.
Hey, Beth, before you move forward, I wanted to comment on the resolution of Black American History Month. We kind of moved a little fast, so
Okay, if you can, quickly, thanks.
What is that?
Go ahead. Okay.
Yeah, I just thought it's important for me to mention this. We begin the year now, January, and this resolution, remind us about, what our school, Elk Grove Unified School District is strive for, and that's student success. And closing the gap is definitely one of our priorities. And to do that is helping our marginalized students and the Black African students are among the marginalized students in this school district. And I just wanted to remind everybody that, survey has indicated that students who are suspended, there are 5 times, will be spend some sort of imprisoned time. And what that leads to is, a lifelong struggle. So I just wanted to continue to encourage us to work toward our restorative of our Black students, our marginalized students, and I think that we have done a pretty good job over the years. We have decreased our suspension, but we could definitely find ways to improve as we move forward, and I think this is a good time for us to reflect on that because it's the beginning of the year. So I just want to list that there out loud. So thank you.
Thank you. Right, we're going to move to student expulsion and voluntary transfer recommendations. Is there anyone who wishes to address the board in closed session regarding a student expulsion? Seeing no one, I will call for a motion to approve the recommendations for student expulsion.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Vargas, seconded by Ms. Moore. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Our request for student returned from expulsion. I'd like to call for a motion to approve the recommendations for students seeking readmission from expulsion to the Elk Grove Unified School District.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Vargas, seconded by Mr. Yang. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimously passes. Thank you. Our next item is public comment. This is for items not on the agenda. Do we have blue cards for public comment?
We do. And we do not have 15, so everybody will get the 3 minutes that's on the clock up there. I'm going to call the first 2 names. So the second person, if they could kind of wait over to the side to be ready right afterwards, that would be awesome. First name I have is Brandy Giordano, and after that, Bobby Kimmins.
Board members, I appreciate the opportunity to be here first. Thank you very much. I am the mother of a Sheldon High School girls basketball player, and at her request, I've been asked to read this letter from her because she's unable to be here tonight because she's at practice. My name is Giovanna Giordano. I am 13 years old, a freshman, and a starting player on the varsity girls basketball team. I never imagined I would have to write a letter like this. But what has happened to Coach Haley has hurt me and my teammates more than I can explain. Being a freshman on varsity was one of the biggest and most exciting things that has ever happened to me. I worked so hard to earn my spot, and from the very beginning, Coach Haley believed in me. She pushed me, supported me, and made me feel like I belonged. She made all of us feel that way. She is the kind of coach who shows up early, stays late, and never stops caring about us, not just as players, but as people. When the team told her how uncomfortable another player's behavior was, she listened. She didn't ignore it or brush it off. She took it seriously and did exactly what a good coach should do. She went to the athletic director and asked what to do. We know she followed the instructions she was given. What has been really hard for us is how suddenly everything changed. One day we had a coach we trusted, and the next day we were standing in the gym with no idea what was happening. Now that league has started, we still feel like we're on our own. This has been extremely upsetting for all of us. We were blindsided. Many of us cried when we heard the news. We spent countless hours with Coach Haley building trust, improving our skills, and becoming a stronger team. Losing her so suddenly has caused a lot of confusion and emotional stress, and it feels like our voices and our experiences were not valued in the decision. Coach Haley is the heart of our team. She shows up for us every single day, and we are asking that someone finally shows up for her and for us. We want our coach back. We want stability. We want a program we worked so hard to build and to treat with fairness and be treated with fairness and respect.
I hope you will listen to the students who are living through this and reconsider the decision that hurt them so much. Sincerely, Giovanna Giordano. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, and so I have Bobby Kimmons, and the next one is Brandy Gasterill.
Oh, boy. Good evening, board members and President Riley. My name is Bobby Kimmons. I'm a parent of a student athlete in the Sheldon High School varsity girls basketball team. And I'm here tonight to address the termination of Coach Haley Shiner, and the serious concerns surrounding how this matter was handled by the leadership, specifically Athletic Director Jason Bumbaka and Principal Leticia Busio. Let me be clear from the start. This is not about defending inappropriate behavior, nor is it about avoiding accountability. This is about judgment. This is about leadership. And this is about whether adults entrust with our children acted responsibly, transparently, in accordance with the basic standards of care. Throughout the season, multiple players, including my daughter, came forward expressing discomfort over repeated sexual explicit language and inappropriate conversations initiated by a teammate. These were not rumors. These were firsthand experiences shared by students who entrusted that speaking up would lead to protection, guidance, and clarity. Coach Haley did exactly what we asked coaches to do. She listened. She did not dismiss the concerns. She did not try to handle the situation quietly or inappropriately. She escalated the issue to the athletic director, Jason Bumbaka, and asked for guidance. That is the correct chain of command. What followed is where judgment failed. Mr. Bumbaka provided minimal guidance. He advised that a meeting could occur, but did not attend. He did not ensure administrative oversight. He did not provide safeguards for the coach, the student, or the team. For a situation involving sensitive language and student safety, that lack of involvement reflects poor judgment and inadequate leadership. Coach Haley followed the direction she was given. 2 days later, she was suspended. Board members, all you board members, this subsequent alone should concern you. But it does not stop there. Statements were later collected from multiple players, girls who were direct witnesses to the behavior and who came forward in good faith to support a safe team environment to provide clarity. These students' statements should have been central to any fair and balanced decision-making process. Instead, the voices of the girls were effectively disregarded. Their firsthand account were not meaningfully acknowledged, and rather than being treated as credible witnesses, the outcome of this process resulted in removal of the coach who advocated for them. Equally troubling, parents, including myself,
your time is up.
Were never notified that all children were being questioned about matters involving sexual language. We were not informed that any investigation.
Sir, we need you to stop.
Were we given any opportunity to understand how our daughter's statements?
I'm sorry. It feels rude to turn off your mic, but we do keep it to a 3-minute rule. If you would like to submit your full statement, yes, we are welcome to take that.
I sent you an email. Did you get my email? I sent you an email. I said.
Sir, this is inappropriate.
Okay.
All right. Brandy Gasterill is up next, and after that, Haley Shaner.
Good evening. My name is Brandy Gastinel, and I am a community member of the EGUSD. For the past 10 years or so, my husband has been coaching since our kids were really young. I've been kind of like the team mom. So he currently isn't here tonight because he's coaching at Catherine Albiani Middle School. So he's been coaching there for the past 3 years. So My daughter, Ava Gastineau, is a JV player. She's not a part of the varsity, but Coach Haley was definitely a big impact and a part of her life since she graduated from 8th grade that summer through conditioning and whatnot. This time I'd like to just read the letter that I drafted up. I'm writing to formally express my serious concerns regarding the lack of communication from the district administration surrounding the recent decision to fire the head coach of the women's varsity team at Sheldon High School. The lack of timely and transparent communication with the school community was notable. For example, the decision was announced to parents and guardians on January 5th, 2026, returning from a winter break, with little to no prior warning or explanation of the process leading to this outcome. I believe this decision was abrupt and unfair and emotionally disrupted our student athletes and their families. The true objective of this letter is to state that Coach Haley Shaner is more than deserving to be reinstated as head coach, as she has brought a positive change and supportive atmosphere to the women's basketball program at Sheldon High School. But to also emphasize the importance of transparent communication, especially concerning decisions that directly affect students and school programs. I believe it is crucial for the district to have clear, established protocols for communicating such significant personnel changes to the community. I would like the district to address this matter by reinstating Coach Haley Shaner as a women's varsity head coach. Thank you for your time and attention to this matter, and I don't know if you have my daughter's card, if she's able to go after it. It need to go in order. It's short and brief. She did fill out a blue card. Would that be okay? Ava Gastineau.
Wanted her to go next?
Yes, would that be okay?
Yes.
I guess that's fine. She's right here in the list. If you
Yes.
wanted her to go next, is that okay with you, Haley?
You can go.
Okay. Let me go over the timer.
Gotta be aware of the time, but you did card too.
All right, so we have Ava Gastineau up. Go ahead.
Good afternoon. And I just wanted to say, I think I speak for everyone when I say that Coach Haley is not only there for us on the court, but is also there for us off the court. And each one of the players on the varsity team and some on the JV team has built a very strong connection with her, and we can talk to her whenever we need just emotional support, and she's very supportive when it comes to basketball and schoolwork and keeping us in check. And she also motivated me personally as a JV player to play to my full potential, as well as manage schoolwork. And she always lets us as well do our schoolwork in practice time if we really need to. And they're always putting in extra time, Coach Haley and Coach Isaiah, with us to get us better and just to do the best they can to help us individually. And they're just very empowering for our program, and Coach Haley is really what's best for us, especially given the players that we have right now. They really need a leader, and no offense to all the other coaches, but Coach Haley's what they need right now. And we appreciate all the coaches that they've been throwing at them, as well as the athletic director's time, but they really just need Coach Haley back, as well as us, just to help us out right now. And yep, that's about it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So we have Haley Shaner, and then after that, Bianca Kimmins.
Hello, board members. My name is Haley Shaner, and I was recently released from the head varsity coaching position at Sheldon High School. While this decision was upsetting for me, I am more upset for the girls. During my short time as head coach, I've emphasized sisterhood, accountability, and excellence on and off the court. I have encouraged these young girls to embody these ideas and grow as young women. From the time I took over the program in October to December, these girls have spent countless hours in the gym working on their craft, buying into a system built on trust and heart. Those are our mottos. They trust in their coaches, they trust in their teammates, and most importantly, they've learned to trust in themselves. This group has brought in and changed the reputation to Sheldon High School's basketball program. It hasn't been known to have a strong girls program in the last 20 years, and now people are talking. These girls have achieved success at a level they're not used to. They're winning games as a team, working together, and believing in a program, which is not common at the high school level. College coaches are attending games. Other programs are reaching out to offer their respect to our program and how we've turned it around. In my 12 years of coaching, I have never been more proud of a team. Losing this team has been heart-wrenching. I feel an immeasurable amount of grief for people who are still alive. I miss this team and the families daily. The girls ask me to come to every game, and I show up no matter how difficult it is for me to attend, because they are going through something much harder. They have lost stability. Some girls have lost the only people that believe in them on the court. Some girls have lost the ability to express themselves in a safe place. I'm watching players cry tears of sadness after tough victories. The people involved in this program have become my family. These girls and families have bought in and supported the system and myself in an uncommon way. This level of buy-in, trust, and support shown from the families is not seen in youth sports today. I've devoted time, money, and passion into this program. Every day, my partner and I have sacrificed our well-being and personal goals to achieve the goals of these girls. Through this devotion, players have learned to see themselves in a different light. They believe they can be great. Players who have never thought about playing at the college level see that for themselves. Players who don't play a lot of minutes are seeing their growth, and they are bought into the success of the program, not their individual highlights. They fell in love with the process. Regardless of the next steps, I can truly sit here and say that coaching this team has brought me an immense amount of joy. Every one of these girls has grown into a strong, confident women who know what hard work means, who lead by example and can be held accountable, who help those in need rather than put them down, and who can identify their emotions and express themselves freely. This is my purpose, not the wins and losses, but the life that happens with the game. I don't believe the majority was considered in making this decision to let me go. This basketball program understood that doing what was best for the many outweighed the wants of the few. I hope you can find it in your hearts to appreciate this value and do its best for the majority of the girls who are struggling. Thank you.
Thank you. So we have Bianca Kimmons, and after that, Mark Troxel.
Good evening, board members. My name is Bianca Kimmons. My daughter is Brooklyn Kimmons. She is a sophomore at Sheldon High School. She is on the varsity team. She has been playing varsity since her freshman year. She works every day, 6 to 7 days a week. This is her passion. This is what she does. And I'm gonna read her statement. My name is Brooklyn Kimmons. I am a sophomore and a starting player on the girls' varsity basketball team. I have been playing varsity since my freshman year. My freshman year, we had a coach that lacked knowledge of the game, professionalism, and was very unemotional. When the year started, I had reservations about the year ahead. My teammates and I were elated when Coach Haley Shanner took over as our head coach in October of 2025. Coach Haley Shanner was in the process of rebuilding and positively transforming the girls' basketball program. Under her leadership, all the players demonstrated growth, not only in athletic skill, but also in confidence, teamwork, and personal accountability. She fostered a supportive and disciplined environment where student athletes felt valued, motivated, and safe. Because of the culture being built, I have never thought I would be writing a letter like this. What has happened to Coach Haley has hurt me and my teammates more than I can ever explain. My teammates and I told Coach Haley how uncomfortable another player's behavior was making us feel. She listened. My feelings also stemmed from flag football, where she also made very inappropriate comments. The player also began to make our male coach, feel very uncomfortable. I do know a certain conversation that this player had with another player, where she was calling our male coach her boyfriend and made TikToks about him. That was very inappropriate, and I told Coach Haley. I do know that Coach Haley called Mr. Bumbaka regarding this. He told her that it was okay to have a conversation with the player's mother. I feel that Mr. Bumbaka should have been present in that conversation so nothing could be taken out of context. I feel that was his role as an athletic director. I do know that following the discussion, the parent provided administrators with a significant different account of the conversation. Shortly after the parent complaint was submitted, Coach Haley was suspended and ultimately terminated. This has been exceptionally hard.
I'm sorry, your time is up.
Okay.
Thank you. I have Mark Troxel, and after that, D. Troxel.
Hello, my name is Mark Troxel. My grandchildren attend Elk Grove Unified School District at CMP in Elk Grove. It breaks my heart to be here and have to tell you this. I want to address the bullying and sexual abuse policies that have failed to protect children on the school campus. There have been at least 3 students from Ruby Classroom that have reported bullying and sexual abuse violations. In talking with other parents, this isn't just an isolated item. This has been going on. Administration and faculty seem unwilling or untrained, I don't know, to take action against this bully. Other classmates are at risk of being bullied or worse. By state law, students must be provided a safe learning environment. That has failed. They are not feeling safe anywhere on that school ground with this bully at risk. We demand agenda items for discussion in the next publicly noticed board meeting from this date. As of January 12th of 2026, that bully was still in the class. Action has to be done. Thank you.
All right, I have D. Troxel, and after that, J. Troxel.
To the superintendent of the Elk Grove Unified School District and the members of the Elk Grove Unified District Administration and Board. I'm so fortunate to be here today to have witnessed all the wonderful students who have been thriving due to school support, but it also saddens me to be here today. Because I am here as a mother whose children were harmed at the California Montessori Project, a school that fails to act when it matters most. Today, I submit the Safe Kids, Strong School, End Unsafe Learning Environment petition. We, the undersigned, are parents, guardians, family members, child advocates, and taxpayers whose children attend or have attended the California Montessori Project, a charter school within the Elk Grove Unified School District. We come together collectively due to repeated concerns about bullying, harassment, sexual assault, physical aggression, and CMP's failure to take substantive and sufficient corrective actions. What does this translate to? A failed system. And when a school fails to protect one child, it fails every child. Those who are assaulted and those who are being taught quietly and repeatedly that harm will be tolerated. Reports have and were made, policies existed, but protections did not. What failed was not awareness, it was follow-through. The pattern is clear and persistent. Incidents are reported, Responses are insufficient and unsafe behavior continues. This is not an isolated event. These are multiple events, and this is a systemic problem. The district has the obligation to act. Regardless of charter status, educational and safety standards must be met. Failure to do so warrants reconsideration of that status. An inclusive environment holds everyone to high standards of conduct and learning, with a robust support system to address barriers to success. Accordingly, we are holding the addressees, our elected officials, accountable and demand that these issues be placed on the agenda item for discussion in the next Elk Grove Unified School Board meeting to the date of which this is presented, which is today, Tuesday, January 13th, 2026. A school system is not measured by what is promised, but by what it protects. I too cannot give up, and I refuse to give up.
Thank you. Our last comment is from Jay Troxel. Go ahead.
Good evening, members of the board. I am a concerned parent of an Elk Grove Unified School District student victimized by bullying. My concern is with the complete lack of accountability at an Elk Grove Unified School District charter school, the California Montessori Project, Elk Grove Boulevard campus, where numerous bullying complaints have been made by myself, my wife, and many other concerned parents and families. In some cases, families are deterred from officially filing reports by admin staff who ask, "Are you sure you want to file this?" When families do continue the process and push for action, it's always met with a, "Thank you for your concern. We have policies in place and we will do an investigation." These investigations are a sham. Results of their supposed reports always find that the offending students do not meet their bullying criteria and they are returned to the class to continue terrorizing classmates. My student, who loved school last year, suddenly didn't want to go. My student had no appetite all of a sudden and kept leaving class to go to the office every day with stomach aches and genuinely had anxiety about school. And the school didn't notify us that our student was going to the office every day. When my student came home with a uniform shirt cut up and told us it was done in class by a bully who'd gotten a hold of scissors, we'd had enough, and my wife and I filed a complaint after meeting with the principal, Lisa Garcia. We were promised an investigation and that we'd get the results in 2 weeks. We got no results. We asked for a written report multiple times and got nothing until almost 2 months later when we demanded an in-person meeting. In the end, the bully was found to have engaged in what the school did call severe student misconduct, but no punitive action was taken. We need more staff like Coach Haley willing to speak up for our kids. Through talking to other parents, we've learned that the same bully also sexually assaulted at least 3 other students. Yet the school does nothing meaningful or effective to mitigate the real danger. And what's worse is the more we talk to other families, the more we learn that this is what the school does. Not just for these instances, but for other separate instances with other bullies as well. This problem is systemic to the school. They have a consistent pattern of inaction despite multiple families voicing real and valid safety concerns for their students. The school says they have policies in place, but what good are the policies if they don't follow them? This school is failing both the innocent bystander students by allowing this and other bullies to continue their predatory behavior, and also failing the bullies themselves by not intervening and tolerating their continuous harassment of other students. There need to be real consequences for bullying behavior. Without that, the only ones experiencing consequences are the rest of the students due to the school's lack of action. As of yesterday, the bullying question was still in class.
Thank you to our public comment. Appropriate district staff will follow up with concerns presented during public comment. We're moving on to the consent agenda. Are there any blue cards related to the consent agenda?
There are no blue cards.
Okay. I'd like to call for a motion to approve items 1 through 19 on the consent agenda.
So move. I'll switch to second.
Was that you, Mr. Yang?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, I missed it. Mr. Yang made the motion, seconded by Mr. Vargas. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. The consent agenda passes. Next, there's bargaining units. Are there any bargaining units who wish to address the board? Oh, looks like we have one.
Ms. Campbell.
I always have something to say. Hello, this evening, President Albiani, school board members, Superintendent Riley, Masavalos, cabinet, and fellow union leaders, as well as the public. I just wanted to take this opportunity as president of AFSCME Local 258 to welcome Superintendent Riley officially up to the dais. I look forward to the work that we have to do together as the bargaining unit with the district underneath your leadership. So thank you so very much and welcome.
Thank you, Ms. Gibbon. That's good. Everyone else? Thank you. Next, we'll move on to report and discussion items. Our first item is the 2024-2025 annual audit. Ms. Watkins?
Good evening, President Albiani, trustees, Superintendent Riley, colleagues, and community. I have the privilege of introducing Jeff Jensen, a partner with Crow. They are our independent audit firm. We present our unaudited actual data to the audit firm, and over the course of the year, they audit our procedures, they audit the information in the report, and now Mr. Jensen will present on the results of that audit as soon as I get out of his way.
All right, good evening. Thank you for having me tonight to present the audit results for the year ended June 30th, 2025. We met earlier today with a few of the board members as part of your audit committee and went over in greater detail kind of some of the elements of the report, and I'm here to provide you with a more kind of high-level presentation here and answer any questions that you might have. In the audit report, which is over 100 pages, there's one page that I'd like to call your attention to, which is page 91. Here it's up on the screen. It provides a good summary of what's in this audit report over all those pages, and kind of if you had one stop to look in the report, this is a good page to turn to. So starting at the top here, it talks about the financial statements themselves. The district received an unmodified opinion related to your audit report for this year, related to your financial statements. So your financial statements are free of material misstatement and comply with all applicable accounting pronouncements. It's the type of opinion you want on your audit report. Next is notations regarding internal control findings. If we had any material weaknesses or significant deficiencies, we would have checked those as yes, and we'd be talking about those next. But I'm happy to report that there were no significant findings related to material weaknesses or significant deficiencies. Next is the federal awards. Because the amount of federal dollars that the district expends on an annual basis, you're required to have a federal audit done as well. And this year we looked at the child nutrition program and had no findings regarding the child nutrition program. So you have an unmodified opinion regarding your federal compliance. We look at the large programs of the district on a triannual basis. That's the requirements under the federal codes. And so this year it happened to be that the child nutrition program was what was on rotation. The district has several years of receiving an unmodified opinion and not having compliance findings regarding federal compliance. So that's why you'll note that next line there where it says that, yes, you are a low-risk auditee in the eyes of the federal government. And then lastly is the state awards section. So there's a number of state compliance areas that the district is also required to comply with. And for the year ended June 30th, 2025, the district received an unmodified opinion regarding state compliance. There are just two findings and recommendations in this year's report. The first one, if you've listened to this presentation before, relates to your vacation accrual and compliance with the district's policy regarding that. So again, this has been kind of an ongoing comment in your audit report over the years. And so again, just a matter again in the current year. There were no findings again regarding federal compliance. So you notice that that page is blank. And then there was one minor state compliance finding regarding after school and before school education and safety, or your ACES program. Again, here you're required to keep student sign-in sheets, and it's kind of a very tedious area regarding compliance. And we actually found that there was an underreporting of 9 days. So again, there's no fiscal impact to this finding, and the district has provided their response at the bottom of how they plan to correct this matter in fiscal year 2026. The last section of the report is your status of prior findings. And again, since like I mentioned before, the vacation accrual comment was in there in the prior year. And then there was also a comment last year regarding your internal controls over financial reporting that did not repeat this year. So that finding has been properly implemented and is not reflected in the 2025 findings and recommendations. Just to sum up my comments, the other thing that's important to bring to the board's attention is there were no audit adjustments. So the numbers that were given to us to audit as part of your unaudited actuals are the same numbers that are in this report without modification. So again, good news to report there. As I had mentioned to the other group, this audit started a long time ago. It started way back in March with looking at attendance and internal controls over student body, and it wrapped up in December. So it's almost a year-round process of working with you and your team. And just want to say thank you to the number of folks throughout the district. We, not just in fiscal services, but throughout the district that we work with in order to be able to do our jobs to conclude on your audit. And everybody's very helpful and timely in providing us with the information that we need in order to be able to wrap up our report and be able to be here to present it to you. So thank you also to your fiscal team. They do a great job. With that, those are my comments. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Before we get to our questions, are there any blue cards related to this item?
Madam President, there are no blue cards on this item.
Okay. I'm going to start with Ms. Baldwin, but I wanted to let you know in the future, it will not always be the ends. In my teacher mind makes us go in a different order. So this time it will start with you, and next time, Ms. Moore, you should be on notice it will be you. And then we will continue down the row so it doesn't always start in the same spot. So that's just a change I make in the way I run a meeting, and I want to give you guys a heads up. But today is your day to start. So Ms. Baldwin, do you have any comments?
Nope, no comments, but thank you, I appreciate that.
Thank you, Ms. Moore.
I do not have any comments either. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Vargas.
Just really quick, I wanted to thank you for the additional deep dive that you did during the audit committee answering questions. I think that was incredibly helpful. And I also do want to expand upon something you said, which is, I have the privilege of working, with financial folks in my day job, and the small organizations that I work with often have one or two people working on audits and financial information, and that is not true for this organization. We have a lot of people working directly in our finances, but also the audit involves hundreds and hundreds of people who do the work of managing attendance and all of the other various things that we audit. So this is an incredible undertaking, and it should be noted that the fact that we have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people working on this, and yet we have almost no findings, is truly incredible, and a statement to the incredible quality of the work that people are doing in this district. So thank you to them as well. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Ballerini.
I have no comments other than ditto what Mr. Vargas said, because it's a lot of work, a lot of numbers, and to have just that little amount there is amazing. I appreciate it.
Mr. Yang.
Yeah, I just want to echo that as well. Thank you for the good work and continue doing the good work. Thank you so much.
Ms. Davis.
Yeah, I want to echo what Mr. Vargas said. Working in a school office, I know how difficult it is to keep all those records, those little slips of papers, every signing sheet. So it's kudos to our school offices that support our fiscal service department. And if you could pass those big thanks on to them, because I know sometimes they never hear that. We know we get audited, but we never get the results at that end. So if we could pass that on at least so that they know they're doing that great job out there. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. I also am on the audit committee with Mr. Vargas, and so we had a meeting earlier today, and it is amazing. We are over a $1 billion organization, and we have vacation accrual, which is a constant challenge, and we underreported 9 days. It's unbelievable for the thousands of students we have there every day. And we've already come up with a fix. People on the board are already experiencing our fix. And so just so much incredible respect and appreciation to our staff in the field with the students at the schools and here. So thank you very much. And thank you for your professionalism in our audit that does take from March to December. It's pretty crazy.
As a parent of the district, I appreciate the opportunity to work with you all. So
Thank you. All right, our next item is board member and superintendent reports. Do we have anybody who had board business?
I do. I would like to announce that, yay, I was on a committee. I was excited to attend the Arts Roadmap meeting on January 6th. The VAPA team shared the progress that has been made to enhance our VAPA programs throughout the district. And we also discussed the barriers that they've encountered in fully staffing the plan, as well as issues with having enough facilities for after-school use. We all know the problems that they're having. We have so many kids and so many programs that there's just not a place for all of them. I actually was at Franklin Elementary and saw the poor band teacher with his cart trying to move the carts all the way across the campus, and it's like, oh, every day he has to do that because he teaches band in the library. You know, we do what we have to do, and the kids are thriving, and the amount of students that are enjoying the VAPA programs is amazing. And just so everybody knows, this year's Visual Arts Showcase will be held on April 24th and 25th at Cosumnes River College, and it's an amazing event to go to. And this year they are doing something a little bit different. They are allowing the people that come to the event to help judge the items there. They're going to pick certain ones that you can choose from, and that way it's kind of like, you know, we get to have a say in what we think is the best there, I guess. And I would also like to suggest that we as a board receive an update from the VAPA team at a future board meeting if possible, because it's more than I can possibly share in this little bit of time. And you will just be amazed at the work that they've done with the budget. And that's all I have to say.
Okay, taking note of your request at this moment. And with that, we will adjourn this meeting at 7:50 p.m. Have a good night. Happy New Year, everyone.